A CBS 19 investigation gets answers. If you received a ticket in Coffee City in the last several years, there's a chance you don't have to pay for it. Good evening, I'm Brennan Gurley. 1 year later, fallout continues after Coffee City disbanded its police force amid allegations of questionable hiring practices. 5 former officers, the police chief, and the former mayor have been indicted on tampering with government record charges and fraudulent use of identifying information. And we found out hundreds of tickets written by these officers are being tossed out. Sometimes small towns have big problems.
Every time you went out, they had somebody pulled over.
It just blew my mind, the corruption that's around this little town.
The town of Coffee City in Henderson County is a small one with nearly 250 people. However, its police force 14 months ago wasn't. There were 50 full-time and reserve officers. Our sister station in Houston, KHOU, exposed questionable hiring practices at the department and discovered former police chief John J. Portillo failed to report a DUI charge against him. Just 2 weeks after those revelations came to light, the city council voted to dissolve the police department.
There was some serious problems basically at the top.
Daniel Hunt is the prosecutor for Coffee City. So far, a grand jury has indicted 7 former Coffee City officers on federal charges.
One is too many. One questionable officer is too many. And there are bad apples everywhere. We had, I guess, 7 of them.
CBS 19 did some digging and found out tickets issued by some of those former officers are now void.
Any of the officers who have either pled or if they've had a trial and been convicted, I'm dismissing those tickets.
Our investigation revealed Hunt is seeking to erase 358 traffic citations, totaling more than $150,000, money that could have benefited state and local taxpayers. According to an open records request filed by CBS 19, the printed dismissal list is 79.
I've probably issued over 300 motions to dismiss. We don't want to make someone pay a fine if there's a question, a legitimate question as to whether or not they're guilty.
Hunt says drivers who were stopped and ticketed by one of those convicted officers don't need to do anything.
The prosecutor is not there to convict people, but to see that justice is done. That's what the statute says. And these people are innocent until proven guilty.
When asked about the possibility of refunding motorists who received traffic citations from the indicted officers,
I just don't know that there's any viable way to refund anybody or undo what had already been done.
So what happened to the Coffee City police officers who were forced out of their jobs? According to records from the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, several officers were allowed to continue their law enforcement careers and were hired by neighboring East Texas agencies, including police departments in Rusk, Maypearl, Cooney, Shepherd, and Payne Springs. Dozens of other officers left for jobs elsewhere. And 150 miles away in San Jacinto County, record shows Shepherd ISD hired former Coffee City Reserve Police Officer Peyton Robinson. According to TCOL, the veteran officer has been cleared of any wrongdoing.
I know I wasn't involved in anything, I didn't do anything wrong, but it was a shock that they disbanded, and we really didn't know why at the time.
Robinson worked for Coffee City Police Department from April 2020 to September 2020. He then left the department and was rehired again in January of 2021 until the department folded.
People didn't know the whole story, and they put all the officers together saying that everybody was bad there, which is what it wasn't. Everybody at the department wasn't bad.
Henderson County Sheriff's Office and DPS have taken over policing the town between Flint and Frankston.
I can assure you, if you call us and you need us, we're coming.
According to documents obtained by CBS 19, the Henderson County Sheriff's Office has responded to 483 calls for service within the city since taking over.
And we're also spending time in there. I mean, if we've made 55 traffic stops in that area, that just goes to prove that we're in the area when we're not being called.
Sheriff Bodie Hillhouse told us he's proud to be in law enforcement and has no tolerance for officers who abuse their power.
At the end of the day, I'm glad TCOL did the investigation. I'm glad that, their cases are filed and they're going to be prosecuted.
And if you are wanting a copy of your ticket dismissed, Hunt says make sure the court has your most updated address.